Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. How you doing? How you doing? So, have you ever wished your book marketing could be a little more iconic? Maybe maybe really memorable like Friends? Well, I'll be there for you because in this episode, I'm gonna share with you 5 fun Friends-inspired ideas to make your book marketing shine. So, let's get going. First of all, my name is Carma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write, publish, and market their client-attracting books so that they can grow their business. Sounds fun, huh? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, let's get to it. So, first, craft content pillar summaries that are eminently quotable. So, one day I was on the internet. Every day I'm on the internet. And I found one of the one of those quote sites that have quotes from Zig Ziglar and from celebrities. I found myself in one of those. And they had pulled a quote off of my writing website where I have like a little widget that just randomly pulls things that I've said, and they quoted me. And then a few weeks later, someone on Twitter quoted me. They pulled it from one of these sites. So if you can say things that people go, yeah, that's that, yeah, people will quote you. And if you can develop your content, there's two things to think about here. You have content pillars. These are like the topics you always talk about. Like I have basically five, how to come up with an idea, how to write an outline, how to write and publish your book, how to market your book, and how to foster an author's turn on the author switch and get rid of any glitches in your author switch. Those are my five pillars. Well, if you can talk about them in a way that is easy to come off your mouth while sounding unique and inspired by you, like I talk about a glitch in your author switch rather than talking about writer's block. Do that because that makes you, because Friends was quotable. So was Seinfeld. I mean, how many times have you said, no soup for you? It's like, and with Friends, it's how you doing? And don't forget the iconic Smelly Cat song. So there you go. Then, number 2 is tap into the familiarity and comfort of your industry, of your book's world. So one thing that was really iconic about Friends was the cafe. The name, it's like the daily something. Daily Shot? Something like that. They had this cafe that they always gathered in and talked to each other and had a cup of joe. And there was something comfortable about that cafe environment. Well, if you can find every industry has its little comfort place. And even though it's a balance because you want to zig where other people zag, but you want that zag to also feel like it's not so zaggy that nobody understands it. There needs to be a comfort factor. People need to feel comfortable when they're around you. And of course, that's your people, not all people, because I saw a quote the other day, and it's so true. The people that you repel with your marketing is almost as important, if not more important, than the people you attract. There are going to be, I'm not for everybody. Some people are going to watch this video and go, God, Karma chick is so funny. And other people are going to go, oh God, that Karma chick's so annoying. The ones who think I'm funny, they're my peeps. The ones who think I'm annoying, well, they can go find some other book advisor. And that's okay. There are enough of us to go around. Yeah. Tip number 3, craft cliffhangers at the end of samples to inspire binging. So, at the end of every chapter, you want a sort of a cliffhanger transition that gets people to read the next chapter. At the end of podcasts, like this one, you might do a little teaser for the next episode. I'm able to do that except on Fridays because I never plan out the next week's episodes until Friday evening. So I'm sorry, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about next week. Probably more book marketing because this is the book marketing month. But what specific? Don't know. Haven't planned it out. But if you watch my episodes on Monday and Wednesday, I usually do tease the next episode. You can do that. They're shorts. You could do a series of shorts that automatically tease the next short. So constantly dropping little cliffhangers of what is she going to say next? That keeps people coming back. So number 4, endear fans with goofy but endearing personality quirks by embracing your delightfully weird and uniquely you geek factor. Now, I've talked about the geek factor before. You need to embrace who you are, and that should like permeate every little pore of your marketing. It should, because your peeps like you. They want you to show up. They don't want robot you to show up. They don't want you pretending to be someone else to show up. They want you to show up. So show up and embrace that. I mean, yes, you are going to repel people. And that's fantastic because you probably didn't want to work with those people. Just saying. I remember in my 20s, I studied belly dance and I got very involved. I was part of a troupe. We were actually belly dance troupe of the year at the Belly Dancer of the Universe competition in Long Beach. Yeah. And I was in recitals and I even did a couple of bellygrams. Didn't quite like those. I liked more of the performance art style of belly dance. I studied Egyptian cabaret. I have studied Persian and a little bit of Saudi. Saudi's too frenetic for me. And Persian is very inspired ballet, so it's very up and flowy, whereas Egyptian cabaret is more grounded and earthy, and I liked that better. Just my personal tastes. And if you know Egyptian cabaret, you might know the name Naja Fouad, who's awesome. Check her out she's on YouTube. She might not even be alive anymore. I don't know. She was kind of old in the 80s when I first learned of her, but she's got some of her young stuff on YouTube too. Fantastic belly dancer. Anyway, this is all preamble to fast forward a few years later, and I'm no longer belly dancing because I've had too many injuries. I can't do it anymore. But I would share pictures of my belly dance days on Facebook, and my mentor at the time was like, maybe you shouldn't do that because you won't get corporate clients. And I remember thinking, if someone's not going to hire me because I used to be a belly dancer 15 years from ago, do I really want to work with them? And I came with the answer of no. No, I really don't. If you don't like the fact that I have a quirky personality, that I have studied all varieties of dance because I love dance. I mean, as a little girl, I studied ballet and I studied tap. God, I wish I could tap. I love tap. I studied modern, didn't like that too much. I studied African-inspired dance that threw out my back. Oh, yeah. I've studied Polynesian. That got me confused because I was also studying belly dance, and Polynesian, you do your hips up, and Egyptian cabaret, you do your hips down. So I kept going backwards and forwards. Don't study them at the same time. Anyway, if you don't like the fact that I've done that, then you aren't my peep. Just saying. So bring out who you are, because you're going to attract the people that are attracted to who you are and your energy, and you're going to repel the people who you don't want to work with anyway. And my final and fifth tip, that tip went way too long, but that's okay. I had fun. I hope you did too. Tip number 5, master the art of conversational writing cadences. You want to write your copy. It's a balance. Copywriting is this balance. You need to sound personable and conversational. But here's the thing, and I learned this in fiction. Conversational writing isn't actually how we talk. If you were to take a transcript of this video and read it, it would be crazy pants. It would not read well because I don't always finish my sentences. I interject. I don't have a logical flow all the time. You don't want that in your writing. Writing needs to be much more logical. So what writing needs to sound, give the impression, the milieu of being a conversation while not being exactly what we say. Listen to any conversation. People do that. That's how we talk because our brains are firing in all sorts of different ways, whether or not you have ADD. So there you go. 5 friends-inspired tips to help you make your bookmarking better. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now. Have a fantastic, fun Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you on Monday for more.